Echo. She is my 5-year-old Appaloosa mare. And today we're going to be teaching you guys how to do showmanship and how to run through it together with your horse as a partner. So Echo's pretty good at showmanship because I've had her since she was 1 and we worked on showmanship and in-hand stuff a lot. So to warm up, usually depending on the horse, you can put the chain either over their nose like this or under their nose like this. For today's purpose, I'm going to put it over while I warm her up. And for my warm up, I usually like to do some walk stop transitions, walk setup, some trot transitions, some like little 90-degree turns. So we're going to demonstrate how to warm up for showmanship and how to get your horse thinking and in sync with you. Good girl. So for showmanship, you want your horse to have a level head and be in tune with you. So you want to try and use as little pressure as possible. And you're allowed to use vocal cues, but I like to keep mine kind of quiet so that they can hear it, but it's not as loud as saying like, whoa, to the point where the judge will hear you. So now we're gonna go through and demonstrate the trot. And for trotting, I like to use a little bit more of a forward stride so they're not super lazy. Same with the walk. You want kind of a forward walk showing that you're here to show off your animal and that they're ready to work. So now we're going to demonstrate the trot. So just get her listening, paying attention a little bit. Girl. So there she trotted really well. It took her a little bit to pick up the trot, but that's okay because we're just warming up. So ideally you want your cues to be kind of quick, but not to the point where they feel rushed. So you just want smooth, clean transitions. So we're gonna try again. So there, that was much better. Now we're gonna run through a couple pivots, some 90s, 180s, 270s, 360s, all those different turns. So. Good girl. Good girl. So she did a really good 180. For her personally, she struggles a little more with the bigger turns, like the 270s and the 360s. So we're just gonna work on those. And remember, perfection comes with practice. So we're looking for completion and try, and eventually with practice, it'll follow. So another important part to showmanship is the back. And for backing a horse, I like to cluck and use as little pressure as possible. So you want their head down and you want to count the steps. So there she anticipated a little and thought we were going to turn. But ideally you want them as straight as possible. That was better. Good job. Now showmanship is almost like a dance between you and the horse. So you want your body kind of back and up because you want to present them to the best of your ability. So now we're going to review quarters, and quarters are where you should be when the judge is walking around your horse. So this is their shoulder quarter, their front, their hind, and then their other shoulder. So I'm going to set her up and we'll demonstrate. You should always be on the same side as the judge in case your horse would kick out. You are able to turn them away from the judge. And you should always wait for the judge to nod or dismiss you, and then finish whatever you have to do in the pattern. So you don't want to cross over too fast or too slow. You kind of want to follow the judge's pace and cross over the same time they do. Because if you're late or early, they might mark that down. So now we're just going to put together a little practice pattern. So in that practice pattern, she didn't fully stick her pivot on the correct foot, so that would probably be a penalty, but she did everything else really nicely. And so when you're in the show pen, you don't want to take up the judge's time too much. So if they're not setting up perfectly, you kind of have to gauge what you're going to take and what you're not, because then it just turns into a long process and the judge usually will mark you down if it starts taking too long.